Hi guys, welcome to our video. So today we're going to discuss to you the global migration. But first, before we proceed to our topic, I will gonna introduce our presenters. Me, Benedict Paulis Samson, Barbero Manny Bryan, Alexis Albies, Christopher Alcaide, and Miko J. Lianes. So this is our learning objectives. What is global migration? And some visual clips of global migration. Two types of migration. What is the difference between immigration and immigration? Why do people leave their country? And the factors of push and pull of migration and the conclusion. So what is migration? A situation in which people go to live in foreign countries, especially in order to find work or other reasons. It is a protected human right for people to freely move and migrate. Additionally, moving from one place to another is a protected human right. The freedom to move is so precious that it is a protected human right. People have a choice to migrate to other countries or an area of their choice. Migration. Crossing the boundary of a political or administrative unit for a minimum period of time. So this migration is something that people move to other boundary or political administrative that have a limit, or do we say they're going abroad to work there in a minimum of period of time. Next, I have something to show you that explain and visualize global migration.
Humans are always on the move. Migration is one such movement. It refers to how people move from one area to another. This can be permanent, temporary, or seasonal. It can be voluntary or forced. There are many reasons why people migrate. These are called push and pull factors. Pull factors are reasons why people move to an area, like work opportunities, good social services, safety and freedom of speech, and the climate. Push factors are reasons why people leave their homes, like lack of work and resources, war and political insecurity, crime and social unrest, or natural disasters, like floods and earthquakes. Migrant workers are often seasonal. They go to find temporary jobs in agriculture or industry. All this means that people with different languages, cultures, and race are now mixed up in different parts of the world.
So now that you have an idea of global migration, let's proceed to the two types of migration. First, let's discuss the internal migration. Permanent movement of individuals or groups over varying distances to change places of residence. Internal migration occurs within the boundaries of a given country.
Internal migration occurs at the boundaries of a given country. For example, a student moves from a small town to a nearby city to attend university.
Next, let's proceed to the external migration, crossing the boundary of one state to another.
For example, a family relocates from India to Canada for better employment opportunities.
Next, let's proceed what is the difference between emigration and immigration. Barbero Manivarian will discuss this topic.
Now we're talking about the difference between immigration and immigration. Immigration, these are the people who are immigrated from their countries of origin to provide a better life for themselves or their families. The movement is usually permanent and can be caused by several reasons. The second one, immigration, can be said as immigration, which means people from underdeveloped countries when coming to a developed country, they become immigrants and their standards of living.
So now, let's proceed why do people leave their country. Because of these factors, environmental problem, economic, political, social, and demographic factors.
Environmental. Environmental issues encompass climate change, natural disaster, and land degradation. There are times when our place or country are affected by these two human activities. Thus, some people may consider moving to another country. For instance, farmers are gently impacted by phenomena like El Niño affected their crop and livelihood, some people move to another country for better opportunities and salary. Economic. Economic reasons are among of the most common drive of migration. People often move to other countries in search of better job opportunities, high wage, and improved living standard. Poverty, unemployment, and limited access to education and healthcare can push individuals to seek a better life.
Additionally, economic are one of the reasons why people go abroad and why people migrate there because of their economic benefits and other more. And opposite of this economic is that their country are less job opportunities and a low salary. Next, let's proceed to political.
Persecution and conflict. Political instability, persecution, and armed conflicts force people to flee their home countries. They seek safety and protection in other nations. Refugees and asylum seekers fall into this category. So what this basically means is that if there's a war or if the government treats them badly, they might move to another country where they feel safer. Desire for political freedom. Some individuals migrate to escape oppressive regimes, lack of political freedom, or human rights violations. They hope to find a more democratic and open environment elsewhere. This means that others leave because they want to live where they can say what they want or speak their mind without getting in trouble.
Social.
Family reunification. People often migrate to reunite with family members who are already living in another country. Family ties and emotional connections play a significant role in migration decisions. So it means that if a person's parents live in another country, they might move there to be with them. Education and cultural exchange. Students may choose to study abroad to access better educational opportunities or experience different cultures. This type of migration is often temporary but can have long-lasting impacts. It is talking about how students might go to another country to study because they want to learn or experience different cultures.
Lastly, let's discuss the demographic factors.
Aging populations. Some countries face aging populations and a declining workforce. To address labor shortages, they encourage immigration to maintain economic growth. So in some countries, there are more older people and not enough young workers. So they ask people from other countries to come and work there to keep the economy growing. Youthful populations, on the other hand, are countries with a large youth population may experience immigration as young people seek opportunities abroad. In countries where there are a lot of young people, some of them might move to other countries to find better opportunities when it comes to jobs or education.
So now let's discuss the push and pull factor of migration. Push factor are the negative things that make people want to move to a new area. For example, their area are lack of job opportunities or some political issue. And as you saw on the visual clips that I showed you earlier, that their environmental or natural disasters, and Lianis said earlier about the environment. On the other side are the opposite of push factor, the pull factor. These are the positive aspect that attracts people to move to a place. For example, they migrate or abroad to the other country or area because of seeking a job opportunities or uh, improving their career or seek more experience to their career. For example, may I want to improve my career to the other country because there are some opportunities there that I can show my skills. So these are some list of examples of push factor and pull factor. The push factor, there's some kind of lack of services, low employment, lack of safety, high crime, crop failure, drought, and war. These are some kind of um, negative things that want people to move to other country or place because of their political stability, lack of political stability, crop failure, or some war conflicts. On the other side, the pull factor are the positive things like better services, higher employment, safe society, less crime, fertile land, lower risk of natural hazards, political stability are maintained. For example, they migrate to other country or place because of wage differentials between origin and destination countries often drive initial decisions to migrate. People seek better financial prospects of and abroad. The other side in the political perspective that they want to migrate because of less corruption and a political stability and no conflicts of their government. Lastly, in conclusion, are the coverage of all topics that we discuss. So, global migration is the movement of people within or across international borders of protected human rights. This is the definition that we discussed earlier about the global migration. And also the two types of migration, which is the internal migration and external migration that discussed always earlier, and the difference between emigration with the first letter of E and emigration with the first letter of I. The emigration that start with A are the shortcut of departing to your country or place. On the other side, the immigration that start with letter I are the short of arriving to a new country. And the reasons for migration include environmental, economic, political, social, and demographic factors that why people want to leave their country or move to another country. And we also discussed the push and pull factors that influence decisions to live or settle in specific locations, with environmental, economic, political, social, and demographic factors playing a significant role to our global world. So that's also our topic to this video, and thank you for watching.